This is the 37th video in the wargaming of Wargame Design Studios 1864 Virginia campaign. In this one, I'm playing the Union, and the game's artificial intelligence is playing the Confederates. It is May 5th, 1864, 12 noon, turn 56 out of 1,390 turns. The Battle of the Wilderness historically occurred, I think, from May 5th to May 7th. So it's 12 noon on May 5th. We're early in the process, but the Confederates have not made an appearance after 56 turns, which is interesting. In the meantime, the Union has moved significantly towards Richmond. So we'll see what happens here. It's the Union offensive fire phase, and obviously, let's see if we can see anyone. I don't think we can. Let's shut off objectives so we don't see those yellow boxes. And if we saw any Confederates, they'd be in red squares. There's no red squares to be seen, just blue ones, which is the Union. So we're going to go on to the next phase because we don't have any firing. We don't have any melee either. We're going to be in Richmond before the Confederates if this continues. Confederate movement. Now, if we have any Confederate movement, it'll go there. The screen will go there. And we'll see it. I don't think we'll have any. I think he's just moving a couple of his cavalry units around back and forth. That's okay. We've got a division of cavalry they'll be looking for the Confederate army, so eventually we'll find them, and then we'll take it from there. Yep, he's just moving cavalry around. Okay, defensive fire. What was this? Union defensive fire. Okay, we'll go on. Confederate defensive fire. Melee. Okay. Union movement. Here we go again. Now, where the hell are we here? Okay, I believe we're on Telegraph Road, or are we? Yeah, there's the Po River. We're on Telegraph Road. Okay. Now that's... Let me find my cavalry unit that's somewhere down here, my cavalry division. Okay, this is the infantry, which dug in here. My cavalry is up here somewhere. There it is. Okay. No, that's a defensive position. My cavalry is lower. I should probably use my... Here we are. Here's the cavalry. Okay, this is my cavalry going west in search of the Confederate army. Oh, let me turn the sound off, otherwise we'll be hearing that every 10 seconds. Okay, where are we? There's Todd's Tavern. Parker's Store. There's the Plank Road, one of the roads the Confederates came on. Salem Church. Okay. All right, we still got a ways to go. That's what that means. See if I can find the damn cavalry again. Here, nope. Shit. Where are those bastards? Is this all the further they are? No. Yeah, it is. Jesus, I thought they were further west than that. Oh, well. Okay, now this guy will close up to the intersection. Okay, so we got that cavalry division going down there. Let's find Telegraph Road. There. Now, why did this one go off the road? I think we want him to go down to the crossing here at Moto River. Oh, wait a minute. Here's where all these roads cross. This is where they should go. Right in this area. This will keep track of all the roads there. Now, what's the ground like there? Well, there's a ridge up here. But this would be better. It's too far out in the open almost. Here we've got woods on each flank. Unfortunately, it's low ground here. This is high enough in here and down here. Well, I guess up here, kind of like a ridge that runs up here. That's where we'll put our line till we get some infantry up there. Okay. Let's turn off map elevations. So it'll just be a temporary hold for the cavalry until I can get an infantry division up there. We don't want to be surprised by the Confederates, so we'll proceed carefully. I don't think they're even on the move, but eventually they will be. Okay, go up Telegraph Road here. So these guys look like they're all set. I probably should put them in breastworks if I can. Yeah. Just click on the shovel here. That really helps the defense. This guy's got to be put in line first. You've got to be in line to construct breastworks. That one guy wasn't. It's going to be a strong position. Whoop. In some of these cases, the game won't let you construct breastworks. I don't know whether that's a random thing or what, or maybe the ground's too swampy or something. Because that guy, although he's up on high ground, he couldn't construct them. Everybody else seems to be okay with constructing them. Why was this guy? Let me try once more. Yeah, he can construct them. I don't know what the hell. Maybe this mouse clicker is... I might have worn it out with all the clicking I did on it. Yeah, so everybody's building breastworks. Excellent. We're going to have another division come in here to back these guys up, so... But in the meantime, rather than the Confederate Army, I'm more worried about its cavalry because it can dismount. And AI uses cavalry for a combat unit, doesn't really scout with it. So it'll come in behind your lines or something and try to get some wagons or get behind you. So his cavalry is a real pain in the ass. But generally his cavalry can't stand up the Union cavalry, this stage in the war, because they've all got carbines. And some of the Confederates do, but they have pistols and shotguns and all kinds of shit that isn't very good in a straight up fight. Okay, all these guys are in entrenchments. That was the name of the game in 1864 anyway. I'll have to think of a safe place to put all this supply. This is my one-man scout. He's disordered, though. He'll probably never recover, but he can still move 12 hexes. He's supposed to be an aide to one of the division generals, but I've recruited him in the scouting services. And I'll bet when he heard that, he probably pissed in his pants. And mainly because he's expendable. He's only one guy, so if he gets blown away, it's not like I committed a whole regiment. And here's the other infantry division. That's going to help that one hold that position if it's attacked. So everybody's moving towards Telegraph Road. This leads right to Richmond like an arrow. And that's where we're headed. We don't care about Lee's army. Grant did, and look what it got him. Lee whipped his ass all the way down to Cold Harbor. Then he finally gave up going overland. Why should I do that? I'll go right for Richmond. Because if I get Richmond, the Civil War practically is over. Jesus, Richmond. Between Richmond and Atlanta, they probably produced 80% of what the Confederates used. There were only a couple cannon factories in the South. There was one north of Atlanta, I think in the city of Rome. There was another one in Selma, Alabama. And I think the third big one was Tredegar and Richmond. So if Richmond falls, and they made small arms, a fair amount of small arms and accoutrements in Richmond. And it's the capital of the Confederacy, so that would... Atlanta would be falling. So with Richmond and Atlanta, the Confederacy was doomed. They lost those two cities. And I wish I would have made a big campaign map like this for Atlanta, but they didn't. Unfortunately, they called it the Atlanta campaign, but it's just a series of battles. There's no campaign in it. Same thing for Vicksburg, which was a huge disappointment. They just have all the battles. Well, here's another cavalry division. Now this is going to go scouting south down down Telegraph Road, just to make sure nobody's coming up from Richmond. Well, yeah, that's a shame. I wish they would have made campaign battles for those two. Especially Vicksburg. Well, Atlanta, too. Would have been about the same size map as this. About 1.1 million hexes. But that would have been very interesting. So would the Vicksburg one. Look at all the cavalry I got here coming down. I'm getting the cavalry in front of my army. According to the damn deployment, it was in back of my army. Now, what sense does that make? Cavalry is used for scouting. Okay. Oh, here we got our supply train for the 5th Corps. That is reaching Telegraph Road. That's a good sign. Get all this stuff out of the way so when we commence fighting, we don't have to worry about trying to save our supply train. It's already going to be in a safe place. Okay. These guys can still hoof it down the road. Now here's the 6th Corps. There's another cavalry division stuck in back of the infantry. When we get near Telegraph Road, I'll cut it loose, get in front of the infantry. And this one is the one that'll probably scout south on Telegraph Road. Go towards Richmond and make sure nobody's coming up from that direction. And we'll park the supply and how come they're only going that far? And we'll park the supply and these guys will go through and they'll be at the head of the army, followed by the Ninth Corps. And they'll take defensive positions, and then the 5th and the 2nd Corps will be the rear guard of the army. Right now the 5th and 2nd Corps are the head of the army, holding positions against an anticipated Confederate advance, which actually appears not to be happening. But when our cavalry division gets closer to them, then we'll find out what the situation is, if they're just holding a position somewhere. Jesus. Is this this is more 6th Corps. No, this is the 5th Corps. I keep getting this confused. Yeah, that's a 5th Corps. They're just sitting there in reserve. That was the end of the 6th Corps. Now we're going up to the 9th Corps, and I think I'm going to spend one more turn. No, maybe I'm not. They're pretty much tightened up. Well, these guys aren't. I'd rather them get tightened up. They'll spread out when they cross, but it won't be more than a couple hexes. So I'm going to tighten these guys up totally and allow the supply train to close up with them. I don't want to be going across the Rappahannock all fragmented. So I have to fight a battle with this corps. I want it all concentrated. And after we cross the Rappahannock, I'll probably take one turn to tighten them up again. That's probably all it'll take. This has taken about 3 or 4 turns because they were so spread out. At least now they're pretty much in a straight line. They'll start crossing next turn. Now here's the Army supply train. Oop. Well, here's some miscellaneous units there. We're too spread out to join their brigades, so they're kind of designated the rear guard for the wagons till they catch up to their units. They're almost at the end of the wagons. I think these are the only wagons left. Yeah, that's the end. Okay, and then way back here we got one brigade. Where is that guy? Here we go. This is one brigade from the 9th Corps. These guys are fixed, that's right. That's it. I don't think I get anything more. Let's go down here. Going to the next phase. Confederate defensive fire. Union offensive fire. Union melee. Confederate movement. Okay. Well, that didn't last long. I'm gonna sneeze here. Excuse me. Yeah, the trees are just starting to bud out now, so pollen is high. And I do have pollen allergies. All right, let's look. Okay. These guys are all set. Oh, where's my cavalry out here? Where's you? Shit, where are these guys? Over the river? It's so big you can get lost down here. Nothing down here. They up here? I don't get this. These guys are going east or west. Gotta be below these guys. Where the F are they? I know that cavalry is below these guys. These guys are going to the Mat River area. The other cavalry dropped below the Po River, below these guys. Oh, damn, there's nothing here. Where is my cavalry division? There the bastards are. How come they don't show up? Well, they do show up. They're a lot higher than I thought. I thought they were way lower. Okay. You slippery dogs. I'm actually on the most direct route, I suppose, to Telegraph Road. Let's see where these guys are on the J map. Okay, now we're starting to pull ahead, so I should be able to keep track of them. What's up ahead here? Catharpen Road. Now this was the road I think Longstreet was supposed to go down. For the wilderness. I'm still a ways away from that, so I'm going straight across. Okay, then I climb up here. Shit. Church. That sounds familiar. Here's the turnpike. Damn. Where the hell's Chancellorsville? Now I'm lost again. Where's that damn turnpike? See, it's 1.1 million hexes. It's easy to get lost. Turnpike's up there, I think. What the hell am I doing way down here? Orange Plank Road. Okay, and there's the turnpike. Where the hell's Chancellorsville? I think it's on the Orange Pike. Oh, where the hell did that damn road go now? Here it is. There's the Plank Road. Parker's Store, that sounds familiar. I'm just trying to find Chancellorsville. Shit, I'll have to give up in a minute here. New Hope Church. God damn it. I'll go for a minute or two more and then I'll give up. Unfinished Railroad. Furnace Road. Catherine Furnace. Okay, that's low. Chancellorsville's up here somewhere. Wilderness Tavern. Familiar. Very familiar. I think Chancellorsville is west. God damn it. I'm not going to be able to find it, am I? That's where I want to head. Well, we'll search for it next time. The hell with this. Jesus. I think things would be easier. Alright, we'll continue on here. Alright, we'll get our crippled scout down here. Oh, Jesus. I just remembered. I've got some supply wagons to move down here that I haven't been moving. One needs to go down here. The other one down here. Okay. You get so many pieces so scattered that you're inevitably going to forget about some. That's what I'm afraid of now. You can see how hard it is to find anything. I mean, I was looking for Chancellorsville. Damned if I could find it. Okay, how far are these guys going to be moving? Alright, these guys will might as well move across first. Oh shit, look at this guy. He flew off the road. I've got 2 units there. That shouldn't have happened. Well, I can get the cavalry back on. This guy's out of gas, so I'll have to get on later. Now, I'm going to go down here. Po River is there. Okay, Matter River is there. Okay. Here's where I'm going to park the wagon train. Along this road starting from Gerald's Mill. And it's a long one, that's good. But better yet, it goes right back to Telegraph Road. So on this whole road, I'm going to park the supplies. Got a ways to go to get there, about 3 turns it looks like. But that's okay, then they'll get off there and everybody can pass them. Now I gotta turn off these map labels. Oh, here's the 6th Corps. Ugh. Well, probably 80% of Grant's army is through the wilderness. Got 1 corps to go. And interestingly enough, in this game, I don't think we'll fight the Battle of the Wilderness. We'll see about Spotsylvania Courthouse, because if the Confederates get moving, we could fight there. Ah, come on. What the hell did I do now? Got this general in there. Alright. Back on track. Oh, Jesus Christ, look at that. Now that was a game. The game did that. I clicked on the road here. Those dirty bastards. Oh, look at that. Arbitrary die roll. Well, there were just 2 scouts. 1-man scouts, so I suppose I can go at the back of the column. That's a dirty trick, though. Typical AI. Finger is tired. These guys, what are they in column for? I'll put these guys in line. Only 3 of them, so it's kind of like an outpost, but still. I'll have to put them in breastworks next time. Okay, that's going to be it. We're at 59 minutes, so always want to keep these to an hour.